The following is a paid program from Zoe Advertising. It's The Local Show on News Radio 570 WSYR, a service of Gettys Federal Savings and Loan and Safe Harbor Wills and Trusts. The Local Show, featuring conversations with business owners, employees, and local business leaders about their successes, challenges, and reasons for doing business right here in Central New York. The Local Show is locally produced by Zoe Advertising. Now, your hosts, Tom and Steve.
Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to the 2022 early fall edition of The Local Show. I'm your host, Tom Soccocio Jr., along with my good friend and co-host, Steve Roberts. On The Local Show, we have conversations about local business with business owners, CEOs, CFOs, entrepreneurs, civic organizations, nonprofits, business advocates, and other business-friendly organizations. We talk about how they got into business, why they do business right here in Syracuse, New York, and where their businesses might be going in the future. You'll hear all about their successes, challenges, opportunities, marketing, and advertising. We are broadcasting from the Zoe Advertising Studios, sponsored by Safe Harbor Wills and Trusts and Gettys Federal Savings and Loan. And we say a happy weekend to Steve Roberts. How are you there?
I'm doing dandy, Tom.
We'll call you the fall guy.
I've been called worse, probably today. That's fine. No, I'm good. I've optimistic fishing expectations.
Good.
We'll see, right? You know? Fishermen are optimists.
Well, I guess
that's why you're not a fisherman.
That's why I don't fish anymore.
Fishermen, if somebody says, "Got any luck?" Usually a fisherman will say, "Not yet."
Yeah, sure.
They're not like you. No, fish will never bite. No, that's they have an optimistic attitude.
I haven't had luck since I was 10 years old.
Well, there is a little bit of skill, and there's a whole lot. Let's be honest, there's a whole lot of luck. But you know where to fish, when to fish.
Yeah.
That's
good.
It's all good. I'm excited about this time of year. I don't mind it being a little cooler.
Right.
You know, I get sad when we got to put the little boat away, but that'll happen.
Oh, you got plenty of time.
We push that right to the end. We're like the last one. They take it, they stick it up at 43 North Marina, the old trading yacht, which they're amazing. I don't know. It's an amazing place, but they take care of it. They put it away. They wrap it. And I say, thank you. You know, they ding my credit card. We're all good. It's gone.
I'm glad you say thank you.
They pull it all out. They de-winterize it. And I like no work. I know you love to work, Tom, but I would rather fish.
Somehow I get myself into things. But when we used to boat a lot, we would go right up until when the snow was flying. I was on that lake when there's snowflakes in the air.
And I can't get you out of my boat. Why don't you come out? Come on.
There is a reason. It's because it's you.
I know.
I'd go on anybody else's boat.
I knew that was going to happen. What could happen?
That's funny.
I have one car accident, Tom. One accident. You hold that against me.
Not at all. Hey, folks, we got a great show for you. I hope you stick around for the next couple of hours. We're going to be talking with Joe Bright. He's the owner of Dunk and Bright. And then John Kupperman stops by, owner of Smith's Housewares and Restaurant Supply. Nadine Zeski is EAP coordinator of Center for Family Life and Recovery. With a title like that, I can't wait to figure out what she does. Joe Convertino Jr. is the owner of CH Insurance. We always have a fun conversation with him. Marcia Palmara is the operating partner at Fleet Feet. We'll talk about the sneakers. I must have spent half of like $500 on Nicholas's sneakers over there.
Well,
a couple pairs. Dr. Nicole Anzalone is the owner of Syracuse Hearing Solutions. Kevin Frank, director of the Brady Market and Brady Faith Center, will stop by. And Amanda Woznicka is the owner of Woznicka Orchards. All coming up on The Local Show. So do stick around. It's going to be fun. First fun guy we're going to talk with, and when I say fun guy, I don't mean mushroom, is Joe Bright. How are you there, Joe?
Tom, that was a good one. I'm great. Good to see you again. Hi, Steve. How are you?
I'm doing all right.
It's always a pleasure to see you guys.
I drive by all the time. The Dunk and Bright up by Great Nothing Northern Mall there, right? And I look down, and the only light there is you. There's nothing, and occasionally a food truck rodeo.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be nice.
Well, you'll be happy to know we got all the parking lot lights working. It was a year project, so.
Oh my God.
So when you say the only light, it's we've got all of our lights working.
I see a good crowd. I mean, there's always cars there.
I'm sure we'll get into this, but it's been a huge success. The amount of customers coming in every day exceeds what I projected by far. So we hired a lot more staff, and I feel fortunate that customers come in and shop every day.
Right. Yeah. Anything personally going on anytime soon?
Oh, yeah, that was a leading question. Yeah, you guys know I'm getting married on Saturday, so even more exciting than talking about furniture is my fiance Danielle and I will be tying the knot on Saturday. So.
Doing the nuptials. It's all over, but the I do's.
So ready. What color are the dresses? Quick.
Well, she's going to be wearing white.
I know. What color?
I mean, if you guys can make jokes, I got to make some jokes.
What color girl's dress do you know?
Burgundy. Yes,
I do know. Yep.
I've got a gray suit.
Did you pick it out?
Yeah, I picked it out. I did. It was a really nice experience. Talk about small business. I got a suit at the Mr. Shop downtown. It was a nice experience.
So. That is great.
Yeah. We've had those guys on before.
Yes, you actually bought the suit.
Yes.
Good move, right?
Yeah. Now you can use it. You can use it for other things.
Yeah, I'll wear it after the wedding.
Yeah, the last suit I got.
Coffee on it immediately.
The last suit I got, my wife said, you realize you probably won't buy another suit. In other words, that's the suit we'll bury you in. I'm like, hey, are we really having this conversation?
You're not really a suit guy. You're more.
It's not. It's not. So congratulations. That's exciting for you.
Thank you, Tom.
Joe, tell us a little bit about your background. For those people who don't know, you are like in a multi-generational business, and they might be thinking, well, who's this Joe Bright? Sounds really young, and I remember the older guys. So tell us what your relationship is and how you came to where you're at now and opening the new place.
Sure. So the condensed version would be, I grew up here in Syracuse, West Hill grad, Cornell for college. The family business, we've been around 95 years. Dunkin' Bright was founded by my great-grandfather. And I bought it from my dad in 2020. So my dad's Jim Bright. He owned the store for 26 years. My grandfather, Pat Bright, owned it before him. And I bought it. I had the foresight to buy it January 1st, 2020, 2 months before I had to close the doors. But
your dad was like, "Wow, I'm glad I got this hot potato."
The timing was just fantastic for him, but it worked out in the end, of course. So I've owned the store for 2 years now, 2.5 years.
So tell me, with the competition that's out there, there seems to be a lot of cheap furniture and stuff that's imported.
I was thinking that, Tom.
Right?
Like, there's stuff, everybody sells furniture.
Yeah. Like in the old days, you could get good wood furniture back when you and I were young, right?
Right.
But now there's just so many of these, knockoff type furnitures and everything. What makes Dunkin' Bright a little different?
Yeah, so we do a lot of custom living rooms. You come in, and people have a blast choosing, custom fabrics, nail-head trim, custom configurations for their sectional, so it's perfect for their room. And I will tell you, it's an odd phenomena that during the pandemic, there was a real shift to domestic manufacturing. So there's people they're spending more time in their home.
They ask, is it made here? I mean, is it?
Oh, yeah. Yep, definitely. So we've got suppliers from Indiana, Pennsylvania, Florida, North Carolina. And I think people feeling like they've spent more time in their homes over the last 2.5 years made them want to invest and spend more on their home furnishing. So there's been a real comeback, at least in our business, with domestic higher-end
But what about all the other stuff? Tom makes a point.
Yeah.
There's furniture ads in stores, and we've got this and that, and the Nationals, and there's these huge companies. And then there's Dunkin' Bright, 2 locations, been family-owned around. How do you differentiate yourself with all the screamers out there? I call them screamers. Just as like every day there's a sale and there's a thing, and how do you separate yourself from that?
Well, first it's selection. I had to buy the largest space I could find, which is former Macy's up at Great Northern Mall, and that's 8,000 square feet larger than our showroom down on South Salina Street. So you have a bigger store. It matters for a furniture store. You can show more. Have a better offering, show better goods. And,
right.
That's how our biggest differentiation.
Excellent. And a lot of times you're hanging out at the store. I know you have to split your time between the 2 huge properties, but people can come in and say hello to you, right?
Absolutely.
So it really is buy local. They're really local.
They really are.
Which is awesome. It's an awesome story.
And you have plenty of inventory, too. I want to make sure people understand that there's no bottlenecking over there. You can pretty much get what you want.
Supply chain opened up all at once, actually. So we've got it all showed up the same day.
Excellent. Excellent.
Yep.
All right. Hey, Joe, thank you so much. That's Joe Bright right there. You have a great rest of the day.
Thank you, Tom. Thanks, Steve.
Awesome. Coming up, we're going to be talking with John Kupperman, Steve. He's the owner of Smith's Housewares and Restaurant Supply, along with his great coffee, Hyman Smith. That's all coming up on The Local Show on 570 WSYR.